Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is a little energy update. Let's see what's coming in here. And I know a lot of people got a new person around. There's interest. So let's see what's happening. Oh, there we go. So we have a Seven of Cups. Yeah, someone here's, there's an opportunity here, that's for sure. Someone here sees opportunity. I like that. It's a great way to start. Yeah, an opportunity to connect. So I feel some of you have already made a connection here. So now there's this little fantasizing kind of energy about coming together here. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, beautiful energy. This is about coming together, doing things together. Now, when the Seven of Cups shows up, some of you could have several opportunities because of the Three of Pentacles is here. So you might even have a couple people, some of you. Yeah, this is an energy of someone following through. They're kind of procrastinating a little bit here, but there's interest. Okay, so it has to do, some of you could have two, but it's about someone who's going to follow through. Yeah, got someone kind of keeping it all in, keeping it to themselves. They're likely not telling anyone anything. Some of you definitely know who this is. Look at that Two of Wands. See, coming together, going down this path. So some of you could have two people here, you know, and it could be yourself in this energy kind of thinking about this, you know, making a choice. But there is this choice here. But I don't think it's going to be very hard to choose. I feel like you already know who you would probably choose if you have two. But it has to do with someone who's going to follow through. And it is about laying the foundation. I feel the foundation for a lot of you has been kind of made already. It's just a matter of taking it to the, you know, the next step here. And coming together, things to do. And you can see this person here is in the energy of what to do when you come together. That's what I feel, this person's energy. So let me just grab another deck here for a little bit of clarity on each one of these energies. And what I like the most is the Seven of Cups with the Two of Cups is opportunity, where you both see this opportunity. Okay, I feel it's both people definitely are in that energy. There is absolute opportunity, but it has to do with this person following through, the opportunity to come together, spend time, what to do. Yeah, and you can see this is definitely, I love this because there we have the Star. So we have a person who definitely, I feel both people feel like there's hope. Okay, I do feel both of you feel like there's hope, that you may have some things in common here, you know, things to do together. But I feel too, we got this home. Yeah, so this is about feeling like home. See, I feel like we got two people who've already established there's something going to happen here. Okay, there's a lot of hope, and it has to do with both of you kind of fantasizing, romanticizing of being together, spending time together, maybe in each other's homes, but there's a reason to celebrate. So I do feel there's some kind of opportunity coming up for the two of you to connect or to take this to the next level. So pretty nice. But if you've got two people, one of these people you're going to willingly let go to go down this path with this person. So let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you can see there's change coming. I love this. Yeah, some of you will move on from one person, but I feel like, and it could be this person in that energy, but this has to do with this soulmate connection, sort of seeing eye to eye, and this connection. I feel the connection's made. You've already connected, a lot of you, okay? If you haven't, that's the next step, but you've definitely crossed paths, okay, at some point here. Now, the world is talking about change. So this has to do with this beautiful change, just kind of going with the flow, seeing where this goes. But the Three of Pentacles talks about doing things together and spending time together. It's about the things you have in common and what you both like to do. So I do see this energy of kind of changes and growth. And I like this because it's positive. Yeah, this person's definitely someone who's kind of willing to cooperate, compromise. It's kind of like whatever you like to do, you know? Yeah, Page of Pentacles, beautiful. Yeah, there's the cup. See, their cup runneth over. This person really wants this. They really want to connect here. And they definitely feel like there's hope, like the feelings are already mutual, because I feel like you're already kind of fantasizing, romanticizing a little. You know, it's kind of like this playing house kind of energy. But it's whatever it is you're going to do. It's like doing it together. And their cup runneth over. This has to do with this person offering the cup. It's offer invitation. But this is like, this person really, really wants this. I mean, their cup is overflowing. They're ready for a fresh new start. Yeah, this is someone who's, I mean, I feel like you already kind of know if you have two who you're choosing. But they are kind of keeping this to themselves. And it's like welling up inside here. Yeah, the High Priestess. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, see, this is, I think this person's just going to all of a sudden come in. Look at that. Like I say, there's a lot of excitement. They want to come together. And I do think this is someone who likely just make that move, because they do want to go down this path, and they're looking at like where this is going to go. See, just kind of like, let's just see where this goes. I think you're going to spend time with this person. And I do feel like when this, because of this Ace of Cups in the Tower, like I say, there's excitement, but they're keeping it to themselves. I don't think they're telling anyone around them, their friends or family. They're keeping it all in, and or you may be doing this. But I feel like you both already know. You've already established some kind of connection. But where it goes, right, no one really knows. Let's have a look at the Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here? Yeah, so see, there's a lot of curiosity, still a lot of things that aren't known. So this person is like literally so excited. Their cup runneth over, and it's almost like they're all of a sudden just going to reach out. So, and I do think you kind of know this is coming. I feel some of you, it's saying to trust your intuition. You probably know this. Yeah. Tell me about this Page of Swords energy. Yeah, they're just kind of, see, tempering their passions, emotions, trying to be kind of calm. You know, they don't, this is someone who doesn't want to look obvious. They're kind of, you know, going to play it cool here. But this is an energy of this little test, but you can see it's like the next step, the step forward, it's telling me. Yeah, this is someone feeling it here, but they're kind of playing it cool. There's a lot of things this person wants to know. They really want to know things about you. There's much they don't. But let's have a look at this Temperance energy, because it's telling me, so a little test. They're just going to reach out to see if the feelings are mutual. I feel they already know. But I feel the apprehension is more about, you know, literally laying the foundation. You know what it's telling me too? If this person has anyone else that's interested in them, options or any opportunities, they're going to be letting them go, because I feel it's them. They already know what they want. Okay, I feel like they know, because it's just like this excitement, this feeling of this cup runneth over, welling up inside. But I can see this person playing it cool. See, reaching out, it connects with the Pentacles. You know, what would you like to do? Do you want to do something? Do you want to get together? So they're kind of going to just test the water. In fact, I feel, what's so interesting, I feel that's already been established. I feel they've already done this. So I don't know how you connected or where, but this is about, some of you, it is the next step. Yeah, see, reaching out here. And I do think you're going to reciprocate. They could be maybe feeling that maybe you're not as interested, but this person's all of a sudden just going to do this. They're just going to reach out here. Let's clarify that Tower. The Tower, yeah, see, taking a leap of faith. They're just going to go for it when they feel bold. Like, I mean, I feel this person kind of has this energy. What if I, you know, this what if I reach out and they don't want to get together? It's sort of like they're thinking about what to say or how to deal with it. But I feel like they already know. I do. Like, it's just a matter of this person sorting this out. Yeah, you can see they want to take this move. They want to go for it. See, they want to go down this path. But they're sort of, should I or shouldn't I? What, you know, there's a lot of what if. What if they actually didn't feel what I felt? Or they weren't as interested as I felt they were. And this is what this person's doing. Yeah, look at, see, it's all about manifesting here. And I wouldn't be surprised, both of you, maybe, you know, you're tempted to reach out to kind of get this going. Because I do see that energy of, you know, wanting to know, like, come on already, you know, and maybe tempted to reach out to them. But this is the energy of the magician, someone who has everything they need to manifest their desire. So there's this desire and this excitement, because this is about new, and it is about communication. Tell me more about the magician energy. See, this is about the next step. See, going on a date, connecting with you. Yeah, they're getting in their feels. It's almost like, and you know, this is another thing. It's saying it's about being patient. So some of you are probably just being patient here, waiting for this person to make that decision. Because the Knight of Cups speaks of somebody will come in when they're ready, but I feel what they're doing is getting ready, okay? Now, if you have two people and you've already had a date with someone, and you have reached out and they're not responding, you've got this other person, okay, for some of you. But let's have a look at the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is about getting comfortable. This is an energy of someone making someone feel comfortable. And that's what it's all about. See, feels like home. I feel like some of you have already established. There's this energy of getting together and doing things. And I do see possibly a friends first situation. And that's another thing I feel, you know, is this going to be just a friendship, or, you know, do they want something more? There's all these what ifs. But this person definitely wants to date. And if you've already established this, I do feel like you will have a date with this person. This main person, the one here that I feel like you already know. I feel like some of you know this person wants to date, but I don't think this person's sure about yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles is definitely an energy of sometimes just friends, company, companionship, just spending time together. But it definitely is an energy of how this is probably going to go. You're probably just going to spend a little time together and do something. And then it's going to go from there. Yeah, but it's all about being comfortable, making someone comfortable. I feel this person felt comfortable with you, but it's like when they reach out, they don't want to make you uncomfortable by assuming anything. And that's why another reason, all these what ifs. What if they don't reciprocate? What if they're not interested? You know, like, what if they just want to be friends, you know? Because it's all how it started. Yeah, let's have a look at the Two of Cups. See, it's the Empress. This was where it started, right here. This is letting someone know that you were open and available. So if this is someone who, at this point, you haven't actually, for some of you, you haven't actually established that. This is letting this person know that you're open. See, it's already started. This is how it started. Now, it has something to do with a home. Something to do with a home. I feel like it's about being comfortable. Maybe this person lives in your neighborhood or they're around you. Here. Yeah, but it's all about this change. It's creating change. And I think it's sudden. It's all of a sudden like, but it's all about where's this going to go? Because the Queen of Pentacles, this is often a heads up. Where's this going to go? Right? Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, we got both people kind of in that energy. Yeah, it's this energy of seeing the bigger picture. See, it's definitely feeling very happy. Now, this could be somebody who's just starting to get out there again, too. And that's often the energy. Somebody who kind of spends a lot of time at home. Somebody who maybe works on their home or works from home. But it's about getting out there. And I do feel it's about two people putting all the cups on the table. So a lot of you, I feel like it's already started. Okay? And I do think both of you kind of see the bigger picture here, especially the Queen of Pentacles, where this is going to go. I see happiness, just kind of being happy, just kind of going with it here. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you can see this waiting, see this kind of waiting. Now, I don't know if you're waiting for them or they're waiting for you, but the Queen of Pentacles is often someone who just kind of waits to see what happens and just kind of stays grounded. But I think this is someone already looking into the future, already seeing themselves with this person and the possibilities. This is all about preparing, somebody preparing, okay? So, and like I say, I feel like it's telling you kind of get prepared, because this person's likely going to reach out suddenly, because they're going to have this little burst of living in the moment and just going for it. Yeah, tell me about the Three of Three of Wands energy. You might not even see it coming. So I feel like some of you kind of know it's going to happen suddenly. So I think you're going to prepare, or it's telling you to just kind of be ready for it, you know, and just to stay grounded. But I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is an energy of someone who kind of sits down and visualizes where this could go, right? Where could this go? And I feel thinking the feminine energy is thinking very positive things. And it's not to say this person's not. It's not to say it's not. It's almost like the two of you connected and the other person kind of didn't see it coming. But I feel they're the one. They're the person who kind of started it somehow. Yeah. But I mean, there's opportunity here. And I do think the feelings are mutual, like there's interest. Now, this is also someone kind of, and again, this person here, this Page of Pentacles energy, because whatever they said, it was something simple. It may have not... it may not have been 100% clear about their intentions, okay? Because it is someone, like I say, somewhat apprehensive that the other person really feels the same or is interested. But the star, it's almost like someone preparing that this may not turn out the way they expect. So I feel some of you are kind of expecting this person to reach out. That's why I feel just kind of waiting. But I feel this person, it's not like they're indecisive about you. Okay? It's more about if they reach out to you and you're not as interested as they thought. So that's why they're kind of in their head here trying to decide, should I or shouldn't I? And there's that little moment where they have that moment of truth. Aha. So they're going to gain a little clarity here. And I do think some of you are kind of getting it. That, you know, this energy of just preparing for it, knowing it's going to come suddenly, because they are someone who's just going to do it suddenly. They're just going to reach out. Yeah. I feel like you're tempted to, though. I do feel that energy of tempted and then grounding yourself. Yeah, so it has to do with, yeah, I do see schedules, timing. So I feel like this was something tentative. And I've seen this in other readings where there's not really any real agreement about when or the timing or when it's going to happen. Okay? Because this is often that little energy of a test, just like, do you want to get together sometime, you know, do something, or, you know, but it lacks a lot of clarity. And it is because they're in that what if. They're feeling uncertain. Yeah. Interesting. But I like the Hierophant because I do think the two of you are on the same page more than this person probably realized. I think they're going to clue in here and realize that because they're doing a lot of thinking. They're just kind of sitting there thinking about this, where this could go, right? And then they're having this moment where they realize you've already let them know you're open in some way, something that you have done or said. Maybe body language, I don't know, where they know. Because they're going to have this little moment. See, they're going to all of a sudden, it's going to happen suddenly. And I think that how you're connecting with this person, something brought the two of you together. Yeah, but look at that sudden shock, this realization that's just going for it like this. And it is somebody who's kind of playing it cool. They don't want to look like a fool, like assumption here too. Right? Assuming. So there's this should I or shouldn't I? But I'm going to tell you, you are mirroring each other a little bit when it comes to this temptation of reaching out. Now, I wonder for some of you if this person may have started this with you, or maybe yourself, if you let this person open, maybe you laid the foundation by something that you may have said. Because you can look at it that way. See, the tables often turn here. But this is going to be something sudden and quick. It's just going to come in suddenly. Little bit of a shock surprise. That's why I feel like preparing. And I do see this is communication, text messages coming in, and the two of you talking back and forth. Yeah, this person definitely wants to date. I can tell you right now, they want to date you. No matter how this starts or how that first step is where you actually spend some time together. But I feel like you've already established there's some kind of a connection. Yeah, they definitely want to date. But it's like Yeah, see, there it is, the connection. I feel like both of you just going out, going for lunch, going for dinner, whatever it may be, or whatever you want to do. They're willing to cooperate or compromise. It's sort of like whatever makes you happy. That's what this person's going to do here. Yeah, see, they're all telling you, they're all full of love and feelings, emotions. Yeah, this person, wow, like they're just full of emotion. I don't know. I am going to tell you, for the feminine, you likely won't see it coming, okay? Because of this procrastinating, should I or shouldn't I kind of energy, okay? You're the one who's probably not going to. That's why I feel heads up. That's the heads up card, to prepare. And make sure now, this is also a time, things are about to get real. Just be yourself, okay? Just be you. Because that way you know if you actually are going to connect with this person. But this is somebody who definitely wants love. They're emotionally available. See, it's letting someone know they're available. And I think you both know this. And I think your intuition is going to tell you exactly what this person wants and how they're feeling. But this is a lovely, lovely energy. And I feel like it's telling you to see the bigger picture. Now's the time to figure out what makes you happy or what you might want to do with this person. Because I feel like whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. But it's almost like the feminine may try to do that. So don't be afraid to figure out what it is you'd like to do. Okay? And that's what I feel. Look at that. See, the King and Queen of Cups coming together, connecting, this is about the both of you recognizing, seeing that you're both emotionally available and ready. Okay. It's preparing emotionally too. Yeah. I think this is going to be a lovely connection. And I've been seeing a lot of this in a lot of readings. This is about establishing it, where this is going to go. So I find this to be, you know, the part about the Hierophant here being on the same page, just getting each other, I feel like you already have established that for some of you. You've already done that because I feel you've already crossed paths. You've connected with this person in some way. And it happens suddenly for a reason. It just kind of comes in out of the blue. And that's often when you meet somebody. It just happens. Nothing's been planned ahead. You just somehow connected. And that's why I kind of feel maybe somewhere in your neighborhood or maybe at a friend or a mutual friend's house and home. You know, it's just something that happens. But this person is so into this. But they don't want to look like a fool. They don't want to assume anything. They're going to play it cool. And in fact, I feel both of you are going to. But it's all about being comfortable with each other. I think you've already made this person feel comfortable or tried to. Yeah, but it's all about what you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. And that's what I feel this person's going to come in that way. Look, two people, both people, you've checked each other out here. You've checked each other out. There's that moment where you kind of connected. And I do think this is two people kind of both looking at how the other person feels, sort of trying to, who's going to make the move? And I think it has to be this masculine energy. They need to just make that move. They need to find that moment where they're bold and just do it. And I feel like this is somebody who generally isn't afraid of taking risks, but there's something about you. I think this person just wants to play it cool. They don't want to blow it. Yeah, see, they're kind of taking their time assessing the situation. But I do think this is something, and I do think when you come together and actually have that moment where you talk and go on a date, where you both decide to just take it slow, go with the flow, and just see where it goes. Because I can see it's hard to say where this is going to go at this point. But I do feel this is somebody definitely moving forward. And it is somebody who's kind of procrastinating a little bit here. Yeah, just a little, but you can see leveling up from the page to the knight. But we have the Queen of Pentacles here, okay? Now this could be yourself kind of assessing this, like where this is going to go. But it's both of you. Both of you, because you can see both of you. Neither one of you are saying much to anyone, I feel. You're kind of keeping this to yourselves here. Yeah. I like this energy though, but this person's just going to all of a sudden have that moment of being bold. One more on this on the temperance. See, tempering the passions, emotions, just kind of being patient, this person, like a little test. Let's just go out and see what happens, see if we get each other. See, it's all about starting it. There's happiness. I think you're going to connect with this person. I do think this could go somewhere, but it's all about this person just making, and I feel it's like this, it's already been established, but it's about them following through. And I do think some of you are looking at whether they'll actually follow through or not. And I would have to say, yes, they will. It may take them a little time. Okay. I mean, they could be focused on work and things, it's often this is about timing, but I mean, they really want to get this going. I mean, this is happy. It's new. It feels good. See, it's a whole new cycle. See, all about timing. So it's something that probably where you just connected suddenly. Very, very nice energy. A whole new cycle. And I do see a whole new romantic experience. See a resurgence of love for some of you who haven't been really getting yourselves out there a lot. So really, really nice. I do think you're on the same page. I feel like you're, and I do feel, like I say, there's something tentative. There was no real agreement about when or timing. Okay. But I feel after that point when this person's reach out, this is about curiosity. See, they're looking for clarity. It's about your schedules, routines, maybe your work things, it's all about that and your lifestyles. So this person's quite respectful, I feel, as well. So I do think they obviously know some things about you, but it's about the need to know more. And to me, it looks like your lifestyle, schedules, routines, because I feel that energy of two people both looking at putting the shoe on the other foot, kind of how the other person feels. Okay. And I think both of you already know there's something pretty special happening. So it's an energy of preparing for new. Okay. Looking into the future where you see yourself. I see happiness. And a lot of clarity. The sun's shining. I mean, I feel like if you have a date, you're going to have a good time. I do think it's going to be casual, something casual, relaxed, something easy. Yeah, very, very nice. I do think you're really going to get each other. And I feel like you kind of already established some of that energy. So take care, okay? It's saying that this person will come in and start this. They are procrastinating. Should I, shouldn't I? Do they feel the same? Did I read this person right? Because it's like they're kind of going by that gut feeling, okay? And probably both of you. And I feel the feminine. I feel with the Queen of Pentacles energy here, I feel like you felt comfortable with this person. I feel that's already been established. Okay, that I feel is established because it has to do with this feeling like home, where you can just talk to each other and say whatever you need to say. And that's what I feel. And I think this person felt comfortable with you. But the next step is the one, right? The actual going on the date. So take care. Bye for now.